Hey guys, welcome back to another Eldrazi video. Today we're playing Mono Black Eldrazi featuring the new Sephiroth Fabled Soldier. So we've actually 5-0'd with Mono Black Eldrazi in the past, and I wanted to kind of revisit this list and try adding Sephiroth to it. If we have to play a Mono Black mid-range list, you know we're going to try something like this. So we've been playing Sephiroth in Mardu Energy, so I wanted to try it here. We have fewer creatures to get the value with Sephiroth, but we do have Orcish Bowmasters, and we can pitch Nethergoyf or Emperor if we need to. So that only matters if we're trying to draw cards, but because we have Fatal Pushes, Bowmasters killing things, we're going to be trying to trigger Sephiroth anyway. Just trying to kill creatures, ping our opponents, and get the game over with as fast as possible. So if you haven't seen this deck before, we have 24 lands, we have Eldrazi Temples, Inferior Deadlands, which is a land that taps for wastes, and taps for black mana too. We have Vistas to go get swamps or the wastes at the bottom, 2 Urborgs. Black mana can be awkward because we do have Urza Sagas and Eldrazi Temples, so having 2 Urborgs to turn on our black sources is pretty important. We do have the set of baubles to go along with Nethergoyf. It helps add to the yard count, and we can get it with Urza Saga if we need to. Same with Pithing Needle and Spellbomb. We have Thoughtseize for hand disruption, and then our threats are Emperor of Bones, Bowmasters, Sephiroth, Thought-Knot Seer. And the only reason to be playing Eldrazi Temple is so that we can play Thought-Knot Seer and Kozilek's Command. For the sideboard, we have Surgical Extraction for combo decks, graveyard decks, Break the Ice for Eldrazi decks, Trespasser for energy and graveyard decks, Deluge for energy, Dreams for energy and hand disruption, Torpor for ETBs, Damping Sphere for combo decks, and Tron, Vexing Bauble for free spells, Pithing Needle for activated abilities, and Grafdigger's Cage for graveyard decks. So that is Mono Black Eldrazi featuring the new Sephiroth Fabled Soldier. Before we get into the video, I want to talk to you guys about becoming a YouTube channel member. You'll get access to a lot of cool perks like loyalty badges, cool emotes, and early access to videos like this one. Also, we are a Mana Traders content creator, so if you want to save up to 25% on your first subscription, all the information is in the description below. So if you want to see more Eldrazi content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and let's get in the gameplay. Alright, welcome to match 1 on the play. And this hand isn't the greatest, but we do have 2 Sephiroth. It's a very reactive hand, but I want to try it just because we have the Sephiroths. We have Urza Saga to make constructs. If we're up against a graveyard deck, Spellbomb's good. We can slow the game down with Fatal Push. We're just going to lead off on a Swamp, Spellbomb. The next turn we'll probably go Saga, Fatal Push. Wooded Foothills, Steam Vents. If they play a creature. Ragavan, okay. Alright, let's play out Saga. Because they're a blue deck, I'm just going to push the monkey now. I don't want to let them untap and they like Spell Pierce it. Hopefully they don't have another one to dash. Alright, they just do nothing. Against a blue deck, I don't mind making constructs, so we're not even going to play out Sephiroth. It also wouldn't get any value, it'd just be a 3-3 that they probably just counterspell. Spellbomb could be good in this matchup if they're running Snapcaster. Oh, okay, well, it's Domain. It's Zoo. All of that control talk for nothing. They have the Scion. Spellbomb is good against their Phlages though, so that's something to be aware of. So they do just play a Scion and pass. We'll make some constructs. Gotta figure out what to get with this Urza Saga. Thought-Knot Seer is pretty good. I guess we'll float. Oh, let's just get a Needle and Needle Arid Mesa because they didn't crack it. Definitely not expecting the Needle out of here. Could get a Bauble for the free card draw, but this is just like land destruction easy. Play Temple, cast Thought-Knot. 2 Leyline Bindings, yuck. Alright, we'll take 1. And we can't do anything, we can't attack, so we're just gonna have to pass, and they're gonna Leyline Bind one of these. We knew about the Godless Shrine, they shock it in. Oh, do they have an Arid Mesa in hand too? They do attack. Go down to 16. I think we can at least take 1 more turn before we crack this. Another Swamp. Let's attack first, see if they want to Leyline Binding the Thought-Knot. Alright, they do. They hit the Thought-Knot. They take 3. We're just going to play out the Sephiroth, just for some more threats. I'm not going to sack anything though. So we can hold up Fatal Push, we can hold up Crack Spellbomb. Now it just makes it even more awkward for them to get in. Alright, they play Flooded Strand. They fetch Shock in a Temple Garden. It's kind of scary. Oh, they're just playing a Guild Pact. Yeah, that's going to be tough to beat. Usually you don't want to draw this, but they're at the spot where that's perfect. So now they can get in and we can't attack through. So we're definitely going to crack this on their end step. Not sure how we beat this. Oh, they don't attack? Interesting. We'll crack it. Pay the 1. We draw Bauble into Nethergoyf. Cast Bauble. Cast Nethergoyf. Yeah, this is just really awkward. I guess we see what they're drawing. A land. Okay. So we'll just pass. Again, looking for, I guess, K command or I'm not even sure what. Just something to overwhelm them. Alright, they Surveil with Thundering Falls. Maybe just ping them out with Bowmasters, but they're going to be gaining so much life. They've been a consign. They're not attacking. I guess they must not know about an interaction or something. We'll end step Bowmasters. Put them down to 6. Another Bauble. Play the Bauble. Attack with Nethergoyf. Alright, they go down to 2. So if they're going to do that, let's... Okay, and they just concede. We could just cast Sephiroth, sack a creature, we could Fatal Push a creature, and just ping them down a couple more times. Alright, so against Domain, we want Dreams. We actually don't have too much for this matchup. It is a matchup where I do wish I had Shadow Spear. Probably Trespasser. Probably just these two, honestly. Take out the Needle. Probably one Bowmasters. And try that. Alright, game 2, and we're gonna keep this hand. We have a Black Source. We have Fast Mana, Urza Saga. They do start with a Leyline. We have no enchantment hate, so we can't do anything about this, unfortunately. We are going to Thoughtseize turn 1 to get rid of a Scion if possible. Find a Vista. Let's just get a Swamp here. Cast Thoughtseize. Ooh. Leyline Binding. Bold Leyline Binding. Let's take the Binding. So their top decks are going to be really good. They have the lands, and they can Surveil to find threats. They keep it on top, and they find a Kavu. So we can K-command that at some point. Sephiroth. Yeah, I'll play Temple. Bauble them. They're drawing a Flage. Okay, so the K-command's going to... Hopefully they just cast Flage next turn, and it'll just eat Flage and Kavu. Draw Urza Saga number 2. Not the greatest of draws. They're gonna shock that in and then just Flage us and Kavu. Interesting. They play it tapped. Maybe they're gonna discard it. That makes sense too. They eat a Bauble. Okay, so they didn't discard, they just ate that. Down to 12 though. Alright, and they just pass. So they're holding up Leyline Binding, Lightning Bolt, I guess. Let's play Saga. We could Thoughtseize something as well. So they have Flage, Lightning Bolt, Leyline Binding. So we're just going to eat this and I guess draw? They're going to Surveil. Oh no, they didn't. Okay. I thought they were going to try to Surveil here too. So they'll attack. Assuming they haven't drawn like a stub or something. Okay, now they discard draw. They discard Flage. We're probably going to need Flage. Okay, they eat Thoughtseize. Alright, we'll cast K-command. Scry, draw, exile. Don't need another land. I will take Emperor. And we'll see if they Flage us. Wow, just nothing. Okay. So we're going to Thoughtseize and then Thought-Knot Seer because I don't want to expose Thought-Knot Seer to Leyline Binding. Start with the Thoughtseize. This should be... Oh, they have double Flage. They're just trying to burn us out. This is 9 damage. Let's take Leyline Binding. Cast Thought-Knot Seer. Take the Lightning Bolt. Because if they want to Flage us, they can only hit it like once and that's their entire turn. And then we can Emperor. We also have Spellbomb to get with this that can just nuke their yard. They Surveil and they keep it on top. Oh, they draw their own Spellbomb. They have 2 Flages in hand. I'm curious what they're, like, waiting for. We'll float. Get our own Spellbomb. Play Urza Saga number 2. Play Emperor. Move to combat. Eat their Leyline Binding. Just kind of keep their graveyard thin. Alright, they sacrifice Spellbomb in response. They pay. Move to combat. Attack for 4. So we know they have 2 Flages and a Mystery card in hand. So we'll pass. The Flages can only really go to face. If they want to try to nuke the Emperor, we'll just respond. Here's a Flage finally. Okay. See what they target here. They do target Emperor, so we'll adapt. We won't get the ability, but it still survives through Flage, and they just concede. Very weird match. Alright, match 2 on the draw, and we're going to keep this hand. Opponent leads off on a Windswept Heath. Always makes me think energy. Bowmasters. We're going to fetch, so that way we can get this to a 1-2. Play another Goyf. Next turn, if they play small creature, we can Bowmasters it, we can push it if it's a Johnny. This is not energy, this is Bant something. Rumble. Let's see if this is like the Neoform. It's just like the Bant value deck. Flicker value. Skyclave. They take Philology and they pass. Draw K-command. We definitely need lands. Kind of unfortunate we're not hitting lands. Let's attack. We're just going to do this now to play around any like counter spells or whatever. I was really hoping they were more F6 there, but they weren't. We want to make them use that mana anyway, so it's fine. Even if we don't get the extra token. We're assuming that they draw cards. They are going to play Philology out here. Helping Hand. Okay. So Emperor's pretty good in this matchup then. Was not expecting Helping Hand. And Pending. Damn. Alright, well that was a really good sequence for them. We need lands. Do not draw lands. So I guess we're just going to go another Goyf and pass. Obviously Eldrazi Temple here would be the best draw. They have another Pending. Alright. I guess we're just going to push this. We get a little token. At least we're both stuck on 2 lands, which is nice. Needle. Let's attack first. Oh, never mind. I meant to, that's annoying. I meant to play Emperor to eat the Skyclave. I'm not going to play it post-combat. I messed that up. Yeah, we're just going to pass. I don't know what to name with Needle. I don't want to run out of Blind Needle. We could name a fetch land, but you wanted to play Emperor there. Oh, damn, we could have named the Windswept. You wanted to play out Emperor before that and eat the Skyclave. Damn, that would have been big brain. And they have Teferi too, so they're going to bounce this. So now we know with the Needle at least. Yeah, it sucks playing against a rogue deck. You just don't know what to do with all this. We do draw the Temple. That's actually really good. So let's cast Thought-Knot. I think we deserved it after missing land drops for 3 turns. Oh my god. Okay, well. So it is Soul Herder. So we're probably going to take Eternal Witness because we don't have Emperor out. We can Needle Teferi. They can Pending the Needle though. I think the Eternal Witness value is too good, so we'll just take that. Their hand's pretty stocked. They draw Skyclave. Alright, so they get to eat our Thought-Knot. Good top deck for them. They plus the Fairy. Draw Infear. I kind of want to bait the Prismatic ending on Emperor Bone, so I think that's what we're going to do. We'll eat their Skyclave so they can't Helping Hands it back. And we can Skyclave whatever we want, I guess, technically. So we want them to use the Pending on here, and then we can Skyclave their Skyclave, Philology. They mail Orm's Chant, Lush Portico, and Solitude. They take Orm's Chant. That's kind of annoying. I'm sure they have no attacks. Kind of sad they didn't Pending this. Alright, we'll just pass back to us. Another Emperor. Unless they drew Flash Creature here. Let's adapt. Oh, you know what? They're gonna Pending now. Okay, they plussed for the Pending. That's my bad. That's fine though. Checks out. And they have Soul Herder too, so we can't, even if we Pithing Needle here, they can just cast Soul Herder, Apparition, eat the Needle. I think we're just gonna pass. I want to Emperor of Bones, Solitude, and we don't have the mana for it. They plus again. So no, they have Teferi, Soul Herder, and 3 mystery cards. They get them for 2. They play the Soul Herder. They're gonna blink Philology. See what they mill. They mill Island, Rumble, and Breeding Pool. They take Rumble. Would like more lands. Oh, they chant us. There's another land. Yeah, we're kind of boned here. They have Teferi, chants, just so much value, and we're just kind of doing nothing. They get in for 4. They don't attack with Soul Herder. That's kind of weird, right? Rumble. It's Forest, Orm's Chant, and Eternal Witness. They choose Eternal Witness. Checks out. They blink Philology again. So the annoying part is we're going to have to Needle Teferi and then Kozilek's Soul Herder. They find another Philology. Well, we find another Temple. I guess they shouldn't have a counterspell. They could have Flare, but they have Eternal Witness, so what are they going to witness back? They can witness back anything. That's what sucks. All right, so let's start by K commanding. If they have the Flare or counterspell scoop, they have the Ephemerate. Bottom. We did have the Black Source up and then we used it, so we could have had it up for Fatal Push. On top of these, I guess. We're just getting outvalued here. Yeah, we'll just scoop. We're not beating like this engine here. Alright, so against this deck, we want Toxic Deluge, Cage, Needle, Trespasser, Dreams. Weirdly enough, they're not really like drawing cards. All of this is like solid. Maybe don't need the extra Needle. I want like all of this though. Bowmasters gets worse because they're just like looking at cards. They're not actually drawing cards. Is Needle just for Teferi good? I feel like it's not really. And they have like Pending and stuff. I feel like it gets a lot worse. Definitely want Torp Orb though, that's for sure. Let's just try it like that. On the play this time. It's a 1-lander, and the 1 land is a waste. This hand's really good otherwise, but we got them all. Alright, we will keep this hand. Put back Vista. Lead off on a Swamp. Probably go Saga next. Lush Portico. Chant to the Yard. 3 Fatal Pushes. Kind of maybe too many, we'll see. With only 1 black source, it makes things a little awkward. We'd like them to play creatures out so we can use them, but I guess not. Draw Urborg. That's pretty good. Go Temple and just pass. I don't mind, I guess, playing Draw Go. We'll be on the Construct plan. If they have Teferi, then try to beat it down. They just get a Spar's Headquarters. This matchup doesn't feel good. Like, we have the removal for all their creatures, but if they get any value going, we just have nothing to come back from it. Alright, they just pass again. See if they have, like, Consigned for the search or something. Draw Steel. I'm still gonna make a Construct and search. Let's get Cage. Play Urborg. Can Dreams them. Oh, Solitude. Oh my god, they have 2 Pendings. So gross. I'll take the Solitude. How is their hand this good? What is this? They play the Island. They're gonna Teferi, bounce a Construct, and then Pending the other one. Yeah, it's so gross. And then we just have 3 Fatal Pushes and a Sephiroth. Cast Sephiroth, play Swamp, and pass. So now they can uptick Teferi, Pending this, and Eternal Witness back something if they want. They shock in Temple Garden. Sanctifier in Vec. It does have protection from black. We don't really care about the graveyard stuff as much, but stops Nethergoyf. So they can Pending this if they want also. Alright, they just Orm's Chant. Draw another Swamp. So now they can Eternal Witness, get back Orm's Chant. Kind of locked out here. This was just a terrible draw here. It didn't line up to what they were doing. They play Eternal Witness before... Oh, you know what? Cage doesn't even stop that. Yeah, this is like brutal for what they're doing. We'll take a draw step. Emperor? Alright, we'll just concede. This is kind of like the lock. Alright, match 3 on the draw. And we're going to try this hand. Again, not the most exciting hand, but we have the Temples, the Black Sources, some reactive spells. Wooded Foothills. There's a Saga. We'll go Swamp, Spellbomb. They crack Foothills. Elegant Parlor. So this is energy. Just kidding, it's Storm. I'm glad we have the main deck Spellbomb. They're on a 1-lander. Vista. So let's play Saga. Cast Emperor so we can eat their... Alright, so this matchup can be tricky. We do have their graveyard covered, but if they don't use their graveyard, artist talent, sure. Drawing all these lands sucks. So play Temple. We gotta make constructs. I think that's the only way. We gotta get the beat down on. Ether, Strike It Rich, attack for 2. We can make some large constructs with Pithing Needle and... Alright, they discard Piff, 2 mana. Are they gonna level this up? Pyretic Ritual. Alright, they do level this up. Are they gonna try to kill us? Metamorphose, Pyretic Ritual. They're just gonna like cycle through their deck. I guess we'll come back and I'll let you guys know if we're dead or not. Alright, they cast Empty the Warrens. So they have 14 Gobos. Pretty annoying. Another matchup where we do wish we had Shadow Spear. Maybe we can draw some Bowmans. Our hand is just awful. We've drawn all lands. Now we have to deal with this. Oh, and they have Grape Shot? Oh, man. Alright, well, their hand ended up being amazing, and ours just did nothing. So that's... We were really set up for their graveyard, and they just did not need it. We're down to 12, and then we're just dead to this attack. Let's see. Draw Thought Knot. Make a construct. Get a Bauble. Play Swamp. Play Needle. Name Ral. Ether, Pass in Flames, and... I guess just pass. Yeah, so if we had Shadow Spear, again, we'd be really well off, so... I guess we need that in our deck. They flashback Strike It Rich. Should attack with everything. Block here, here, here. Go down to 1. They're at 16. Damn, we can put them down to 2. Yeah, if we drew any artifact, we just win here. Damn, unfortunate. Alright, against Storm, we want Damping Sphere, Needle, Cage, Trespasser, Dreams, Surgical. We want all of this. It sucks. Fatal Push is like decent against them just because it kills Rao, but that's about it. Bowmasters, they don't really draw cards, which makes Sephiroth not that good either. Like, I'd rather just take out the, this grindy package here for all the threats. We'll try that. On the play. Ah, man. Yeah, this hand kind of sucks. It's double Temple, which is Thoughtseize and Nethergoyf. That's Mull. I'm going to keep this hand. It doesn't have a black source, but it has turn 2 Thought Nuts here with Surgical. Go back Push. They start with Caves. Go Temple, Bauble. Let's see what they're drawing. Mountain. Alright, we do draw the black source. See if they have Ren's Resolve. Okay. Metamorphose land. Draw another land. We're not drawing well at all. Too many lands. Well, Thought Not. Medallion. Why didn't they play Medallion out? Or Brotherhood's End. Like Medallion. So they do have the answer. They cast Metamorphose. Their hand is Arid Mesa, Brotherhood's End, into Valakut Awakening. So they're going to pitch their entire hand. They draw 5 cards. Jesus. Alright, well, we get to see what they drew at least. We're going to play out Saga so that way we can get a hate piece faster. Thought Knot number 2. Well, their hand's pretty bad. We'll take the Ral. They have double Ritual. I feel like this is the only way we can win in this matchup. We just have to be super disruptive and hope they don't hit well, which is what's happening. But otherwise, we just do nothing. Like you guys saw of Game 1. Emperor. I keep skipping to the combat step and not playing Emperor. It's fine. We can just make constructs. They're dead next turn anyway, if they don't hit the absolute nuts. They do keep a card on top, so we'll see what that card is. Glimpse. Alright, so those are chump blockers. Oh no, they hit Ruby into Impulse and Piff? No way did they just hit the nuts. It looks like they did. Wow. Yeah, they literally hit the nuts. That was like the perfect glimpse. We can't even surgical anything. Wait, why'd they concede? Oh, they have no mana. Alright, so they hit a really great glimpse, but they didn't have enough rituals apparently. Or they didn't cast the one in hand, so they ran out of mana and then they're just dead on the crackback. That was a close one. They hit like the absolute nuts there. Alright, let's run it back for game 3, and we're going to keep this hand. We have Push for Ral, we have double Damping Sphere. I really don't want to play out both because it will get got by Brotherhood's End. They put a land in the yard. There's a Saga. Let's play out Vista. I'm going to play this out instead of Saga because we're going to be playing Damping Sphere turn 2, and then if they play Ral, we can just push it. Hoping for Ral. Hoping they don't go Ritual into Medallion and then just win. I feel like that's what it looks like. That's what they're doing. Oh, Ral. Okay. That works out. Go to Swamp. Push Ral. That's perfect. Oh, Thoughtseize. So now do we Damping Sphere or Thoughtseize first? That's Thoughtseize. Double Wish. So they can go Ritual, Ritual, Metamorphose, Wish. Then go 3, 4... I'm going to take the Metamorphose. I'm not sure if it's right to take the Metamorphose for the card redraw or the Wish, just because that's like such a good late game. But they have no lands, and Metamorphose is the only way they can kind of cycle through. The only reason to take the Wish is to prevent them from... Oh, they find another Ral. Okay, well, find another Urza Saga. Well, that's annoying. We can't kill the Ral this turn, but we can kill it next turn. That Damping Sphere. Make it so they can't combo off. They get him for 1. They do find a land. So their hand is this. They put a land to the yard. We find a Temple. Guess we'll float. We're just gonna really hope to dodge Brotherhood's End. Guess we'll get Cage, play Temple, and let's just... So we can K-Command kill Ral. I think that's what we do. Damning Sphere shuts this off, that's the annoying part. But this will just slow them down even more. Don't need to land. Take the Nethergoyf. We gotta start applying pressure now. Now that we have the lock, now we need to kill them. Ruby Medallion, okay. Another K-Command's good. Play Saga. Go Emperor, Nethergoyf, Aether Metamorphose. So this is still their hand. Reckless Impulse. They find Brotherhood's End. I can't believe it. Oh, and they have the land for it too. Oh man. Okay, well we have K-Command at the ready, but they have Ritual, Wish, Wish. That's disgusting. Destroy all artifacts. So they're gonna destroy all of this, but also their Ruby Medallion. So we also have this in like whatever. So we'll see what they want to do. So we'll eat their Reckless Impulse. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll just attack like that. Play Vista and pass. Not sure if we should have pumped Emperor or not. But yeah, so Brotherhood's End resets the artifact board here, but we just have a good board here. But that is really funny they hit that. Like, they have to cast it and just try to rebuild. Unless they want to go, like, Ritual first. They do. Okay. Alright, so that happens. They glimpse. Pretty good glimpses, too. They hit another Brotherhood's End and Ral. So we will make a construct. Also fetch. Get a swamp. So they do have some blockers. Find another Nethergoyf. We'll float. Just gonna get a spell bomb here. Play Nethergoyf and then Damning Sphere. I don't think it matters what we eat, but we'll eat a Ritual. Attack like that. They go to 7. So they have no cost reducers, but they do have 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. But they have to deal with Damping Sphere now. Alright, they just straight up wish something to kill Damping Sphere. Yeah, they don't have enough mana for that. Very nice. Match 4 on the play. And this seems like a solid hand. We have turn 2 Thought-Knot Seer or Bowmasters. It is 5 lands, so it's literally these 2 as our plays, but they're solid. We just can't draw any more lands. That's the only... Oh no, we're up against Eldrazi. Alright, so instantly Bowmasters sucks. We'll just play Temple Go. Opponent says, good luck, have fun, love your vids. Thank you so much. Devour. Oh no, it's mono blue. Oh no. Alright, well... Harbinger, Dress Down, and Curiosity. Are we assuming this is like a Fleshraker ping style something? I mean, we're gonna find out, so let's see. Holy moly. Now we're gonna take K-Command. Tormod's Crypt's really good against Nethergoyf, but this is just the best card by far. So yeah, this is like the mono blue pingers. They do have an Urza Saga, which can get pretty big. We'll see if they want to go Island Dress Down or just, let's see, Opal, Tormod's Crypt, Chalice on 0. So they drew Chalice for turn. Again, another matchup where Shadow Spear would shine. So let's attack. Their constructs are going to be way bigger than ours. Dress Down also stops their constructs. I just realized that. So let's just play Swamp and pass. I guess they're just going to end step it. So in response to that, we'll cast Bowmasters. Because we get to ping them. We don't get the draw because Dress Down will be in play. But we do get the token. Alright, so they use the Dress Down. Sad we don't have a Dress Down. Their hands Devour, something, but they're going to be making 2 5/5s. Oh man. Alright, we'll play Urza Saga. Do we attack? Because it'll be a 4/4. Yeah, it's attack. See if they want to trade. I kind of do like this trade because they're just going to outgrow us so much. We just like need K commands. I don't think I mind this too much. We could have flashed in the other Bowmasters actually. This is fine. So they should make a construct. Alright, they do. See what they search for. Can't imagine them needling Urza Saga, right? Oh, they have their own Shadow Spear. That sucks. And Fleshraker. Yeah, so we were right in that it is a blue pinger Fleshraker deck. Our hand does absolutely nothing against this, so we're probably just gonna like scoop it up in a turn or 2. It's funny the Chalice stops all this, but it still pings us. Alright, we'll just flash in Bowmasters. Can't really do much otherwise. We need pushes, we need K commands. We're just drawing nothing. We actually don't have double black to kill this either. That sucks. Play another Nethergoyf. So they're just gonna put a Shadow Spear on here, and then we're just gonna have 1 or 2 turns to erase it. But it does suck that we were not able to kill this immediately. What would be really cool is if we could have gotten a Needle down on Shadow Spear. Oh, they have a huge K command. Devour, that's right. I'm guessing it's going to eat Nethergoyf? Token. Alright, down to 18. Alright, so they didn't use the Shadow Spear, which is actually really good for... Oh, well, they can still use it here, actually. I was going to say, that's really good that we got to have them not use it, but... Alright, we take 6. We will make a construct. Ugh. We'll float. Like, I think we have to needle Shadow Spear, and our only hope is to kill whatever's on it, and it can't be re-equipped. So we're going to kill this. It's not going to make a difference, though. And then we'll just pass. We have like 1 turn to draw out of this. The only way we're out of this is if we draw like a push or a K command. All right, they get in. We can't block. We draw Bauble for turn, and we lose. All right, so in this matchup, we want Break the Ice, maybe Pithing Needle number 2. Spellbomb didn't seem relevant. We never saw any Fatal Pushes or K commands, which felt bad. Definitely want Vexing Bauble. Definitely want Dreams of Steel. Let's take out our Baubles, because they have Chalice on 0. We'll try that. Oh, okay. Game 2, and we have Vexing Bauble and Break the Ice, so we're going to keep. Turn 1 Bauble against a 0 mana deck is pretty huge. They reveal Devour, play Vexing Bauble. So this stops most of their stuff, their early stuff. We just need to draw lands, and we have Break the Ice for early Sagas, or Labyrinth. They get rid of Curiosity and Harbinger again. Okay, we don't care about Hearse. Kozilek's Command. Let's Break the Ice, kill their Ugin's Lab. That'll set them back a lot. Like, this is only good against our Netherglyphs, and we already took the Baubles out anyway. We have Pithing Needle for this if we really wanted to. Urza Saga's a great pickup. And play out Sephiroth. No value, but I want to get the pressure on. Dismember? Alright. We'll take it. Dismember on that means no Dismember on Thought-Knots here coming up. Alright, 2 mana. Could be Dress Down. Definitely don't want to go too all in on these constructs, I guess. If it is Dress Down, then like... Oh, okay, never mind. Oh, man. Double Harbinger. Kozilek's. Yeah, their Kozilek's kind of sucks. Null Drifter can get them back in with drawing 2. I'm gonna take Null Drifter here. Because if they draw a land, they can draw 2. They might try to get us here, but then we can just be... Oh my gosh, they drew the Temple. That's annoying. Let's see what they want to do anything with it. Good draw for them. So here, I think because we don't have any pressure, I'm just going to make some constructs. Get a Needle. We'll name Unlicensed Hearse. That's the only downside with taking out Baubles if you want those free redraws. Let's attack. Oh, actually, we should be naming Shadow Spear. I'm just going to do that now. They're going to K command in response. They get rid of the construct and draw. I wonder why they're doing it in response. 2 bottom. So Shadow Spear is like the only way we lose this, right? And I didn't want to play out Netherglyph because I didn't want them to exile it. They draw the Saga. That's a good pickup for them. We do have the K commands though, and we can make our own constructs here. Interesting, they didn't play... Oh, they don't have double blue. Never mind. All right, we have nothing to search for, unfortunately. But this is a 4/4. So they're stuck on double blue, which is interesting. They are going to be making baby constructs. Weird, we haven't seen any 0 jobs from them either. Second Urza Saga. We're kind of stuck on lands, huh? So let's attack. They're going to have to chump block. They chump block here, and then we're just going to slam our hand out. And then they have to draw something. They have 2 Harbingers in hand. Not sure what they could draw. They could draw a K command, get rid of a construct. They could exile our graveyard. I don't think K command does it though. They do make a construct though. Tormod's Crypt, sure. Alright, so they do have 2 blockers here, but we have K command. If we draw any land, they do play they find the island. So if we attack with all, they crack here. We could always crack Bauble. Let's say. We should be fine. Yeah, they just block like this. They pop this. Cracking this does nothing, because it'll just give them 1/1. We'll just pass. So we'll see if they want to do that whole thing again. Unfortunately, we didn't draw a land to be able to cast Kozilek's Command. Alright, so let's resubmit, and hopefully we can get there again. Our starting hand last time was insane. This hand, not so much. We do have the Break the Ice, we do have Pithing Needle. Just lands are a problem, so we're gonna mull. Alright, we will keep this. Put back Bowmasters, Temple, Shadow Sphere. So we definitely want to get a Pithing Needle on this. We do have the push for any shenanigans. I want to save this for wastes, so let's just pay a life and Thoughtseize. Double K command. Oh my gosh, the hand. Temple, Urza Saga, double K command. Take 1. Pretty gross. They can Temple and a turn go nuts. It's a really good hand for them. Chalice on 1. Well, that is an unfortunate top deck, and we don't really have much for that. No, we don't have anything for that, actually. That's brutal. Alright, we'll just go Vista past them. Chalice on 1. Like, almost lights out, unless they do absolutely nothing. We don't have push for this now. We don't have Saga. There's Bowman. We will Thought-Knots here. They should K command in response. Alright, they cast K command. I just don't think we're beating this without Pithing Needle. And we don't have the Urza Saga to go get it. 2 top, 1 bottom. Yeah, another Chalice. Yeah, main deck Chalice decks are definitely a problem for this deck. So now they just make... Oh no, what'd they draw? Devour. Alright, we'll take a draw step, but we're just not beating this. There's Urza Saga, but it's going to be like too late. Because even if we play Saga, I guess we'll take like 1 turn. We'll just play this, pass. They do make the construct. Can't do anything about that. Another construct. Opal. Equip. I'm actually surprised they equip here, because if we have Kozilek's Command, we could blow them out. So I probably would have put it here. They have another Saga. We skipped through our... Alright. Yeah, skip through the end step. All right, welcome to the final match on the draw, and we're going to try this hand. Again, another kind of medium hand, but I feel like this deck's kind of medium in itself, so it's hard to say. They go Channeler, we draw Thought Knot. Let's go Temple Go. If this doesn't flip, we can Bowmasters it. If it does, we'll see. They attack for 1. Interesting, they've only played 2 mountains. I mean, I guess we'll stop at their upkeep, because I don't want them to I don't know what they could do. If they want to kill the Bowmasters, they have to do it on their turn instead of their end step. Triple mountain draw. I wonder if they're just missing blue sources. Just kidding. Just kidding. All right, well, let's see what the heck they're on. Oh my god. What is this? Playing Scred? This is what we get for being in the 2-2 bracket. We're going to take Scred. Play this out. We don't care about Molten Rain. They have double Boros Reckoner, though. If they play one out, we just can't attack. All right, they do play one out. We have Push, we have K-Command, we have a lot of things to get rid of this. Sephiroth is not really it. Cast Sephiroth. Finally getting some value. Sack the token. Draw Urborg. And we just have to pass. Can't really do anything here. Like, they can attack. It's just like kind of 3 every time. Like, we could kind of double block here. I don't know if it's worth it, though. But they'll probably just attack and play a second one. All right, that's what they do. See if they want to get in. They don't. Interesting. I feel like they could just, like, wipe our board. Another Thought Knot. Let's go Wastes, cast Thought Knot. So their hand is Molten Rain, Mystery card. Discharge. Take the Discharge. And I guess we'll just pass. So Thought Knot Seers kind of stonewalls this, which is nice. We'll see what they want on Molten Rain. Blasphemous Act. Oh, no. Oh, no. That is hilarious. All right, we got... we got Blasphemous Acted. Good top deck for them. So Boros Reckoner, Blasphemous Act. So in this matchup, we want Deluges, and again, another Shadow Spear matchup. We just want Deluges, I guess, right? Maybe Needle Out, Spellbomb. I mean, if they are a combo deck, we just have like nothing else. I don't know. All right, we'll just try this. So funny. All right, on the play for game 2. Hand has 5 lands with Thoughtseize. I'm going to keep it against Molten Rain deck. It's probably dumb to do that, but whatever. We're in the 2-2 bracket. We're just having fun. Jesus. All right. Unholy Heat, Scred, Molten Rain, Charmaul. Let's take Charmaul. It's a threat and it's going to kill our lands. So they just go Mountain Go. Do draw the Emperor, but I don't want to play it out because they have Unholy Heat. So we'll just go Land Go. They have 2 removal spells. If they're playing Mono Red, let's get a Waste. I mean, they could just Molten Rain it, I guess. Another Swamp. I guess we just play this out and just let it eat a... It's kind of whatever. They can do it next turn. Molten Rain. Okay. They let this live, which is fine. Bowmasters. Cast Bowmasters. Ping them. Getting the value. Attack with Sephiroth. Sacrifice Army. Draw Urza's Saga. Okay. Now I kind of regret playing the land prematurely. But they Molten Rained us already. They Scred Sephiroth. They should heat this. Boros Reckoner. Okay. Thoughtseize. Start with the Thoughtseize. Unholy Heat. Their hand is 2 lands. Play Saga out. Play Emperor. Get their Charmaul. Just need K-Command. See if they attack. I guess they literally just wait until they find Blasphemous Act. We draw another land. That sucks. Emperor Bones. Just take Heat. We'll attack. See if they want to. Okay, they don't. I did mean to pump that and then attack with both, but because I skipped through that, we just didn't. See if they want to attack now. I'm just going to chump here. Because if they have the Blasphemous Act, then it doesn't kill us. It also makes it more difficult for them to cast. Molten Rain. Make a construct. Please, no more lands. Bubble. Bubble them. All right, they're drawing a mountain for turn. Let's actually do this. I think this is kind of funny. So this is a 1-1 now. Eat the Molten Rain. I'll attack with the construct. Like maybe we should have just pumped this and swung in for 8. That's probably the better play, but we're just rolling with it. No, they drew the Blasphemous Act. Okay. Damn, they top decked it both games. It's crazy. All right, so that was Mono Black Eldrazi featuring Sephiroth, Fabled Soldier. So that was a very weird league. We faced some weird decks, and I don't really think we drew as well as I wanted to. In a lot of the matchups, I feel like we kind of flooded, and I know this deck is supposed to be kind of like a mid-range deck. I think this deck is like terrible. I feel like our wins, we just kind of squeaked through, and then the only times I've ever lost to this deck is when I'm doing absolutely nothing on the other side. I will say, I do wish I had Shadow Spear though. I think that would have made the difference in a lot of matchups. I was really hoping Sephiroth would make me enjoy this deck, but I don't really think it did. You'd also think adding Eldrazi Temples, Kozilek's Commands, and Thought Knot Seers would make me enjoy it. I still don't care for it. But that's just my opinion. The games were kind of weird. We've actually 5-0'd with this deck on the channel before, and I still don't really care for it. But that'll do it for me. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to see more Eldrazi content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. Peace.